It's Michelle McMahon here with ilovelimerick.com, here with one of Ireland's foremost comedians. Joe Rooney joins us. Joe, thank you for talking to us.
No problem, Michelle.
You've been touring for the last while with Batty Ryan, life coach. Tell me where the inspiration came for the character.
Well, the original idea I had before the recession, when everybody seemed to be into self-improvement and life coaches and that kind of thing. But I suppose there are probably more life coaches now because people are unemployed. So all you've got to do is do a weekend course and then you're a life coach. Get fired from your job first and then do a course and then you're a life coach.
Is it different to be up on stage playing a character for the night?
It's very different in the sense that you can't really control how the night goes, because if you're doing stand-up you go, oh, this audience are such and such a way, I'll change my material, or you can talk to the audience and ask them questions. You ad-lib as much as you like, but with a character you kind of have to stick, you really do have to stick to the script, especially when I have a whole lot of slides and videos lined up that we have to go in a certain order. So that's the only thing. So if it's not going well, there's nothing you can do, you just have to keep going. There's no way out of it.
Well, I suppose speaking of getting into character, it's a decade ago now. It was a half an hour long, but you're still known as Father Damo. Does that? Yeah. Are you happy to still be recognised for that part, or is it something that you'd like people to let lie at this stage?
No, I don't really mind. I probably minded more maybe 5 or 6 years ago because I suppose I didn't realise that it was like, to me now, the way I look at it, it's flattery, because I only did one episode and people think I did 5 or 6 episodes, and it's flattery because they remember that character, so I must have done something right. And of course, you know, Father Damo, he posed the question of a generation, Blur, Oasis. It was so important. The Blur Oasis question was great when I saw that in the script, because that was the burning issue of the day, really, to be honest. It was like we had our Beatles and Rolling Stones with Blur and Oasis. So I was really happy to do that line, you know. Well, an enduring character, so you should certainly be proud of him. But in the last number of years, I'm sure people recognise you from Killinaskully. Yeah, they do. They don't recognise me as much because in Killinaskully I look really different to what I look like in real life. So particularly now that I've grown this fetching moustache. It's very nice. Is it? Yeah, it's a good look for you. Well, it makes me look like someone who has skeletons in their closet. That's what someone told me. But I do have skeletons in the closet. They're still in the closet. They're not out of the closet. They're not gay yet. They haven't come out. They're heterosexual skeletons. Anyway, what was I going to say there? What were you talking about? Oh, Killinaskully. Different in Killinaskully. Yeah. Obviously, that's brought a lot of, particularly young kids, know me just from Killinaskully. Maybe they haven't seen Father Ted or something like that. And one time, this fella came up to me. I was in the cafe, and he was with his son. And he came up to me and he said, I don't know who you are, but my son wants a photograph with you. So that was a nice compliment. That's lovely, yeah. Do you enjoy that side of the job, people kind of coming up to you, or, you know, would you prefer to have an off day to just be off? No, I don't mind that. Because, you know, I'm not really, it's not like being Bono or anything like that. It's just a few people every now and then. I don't know, throw on the shades and you'd never know. Is that right? Thank you. What, you saying I'm short? Stand up there a second. Yeah. No, it never really gets that bad. It's not much hassle. Okay. So do people then ever confuse you with those characters, expect you to be like Damo or Timmy? No, certainly not with Timmy. They don't, thank God. Timmy from Killinaskully. Maybe sometimes with Father Damo a little bit. I mean, they're surprised that I'm not from Dublin, but not that much really, to be honest. They don't think I'm a priest or anything like that. So okay, yeah. That's a good start. You mentioned not from Dublin. You're originally from Meath, and a couple of other fairly high-profile Irish comedians from the same area. Do you think it's something in the water there, or do you just really need to have a sense of humour growing up in Meath? You probably do, yeah. It's that kind of a place, because we're so near Dublin, so we kind of have probably an inferiority complex. Maybe it's the accent is kind of funny too. It is a little bit. Well, I think it was Marilyn Monroe that said to get a girl to do anything you wanted to do, all you have to do is make her laugh. So you must have done really well with the ladies. Laughing them into bed, yeah, it's unbelievable. And you've also had another string to your bow recently, taking over some national airwaves. Yeah, I was a co-presenter on News Talk's the Tom Dunn show while he was on holidays, and it was really great experience, and I learned so much in 1 week. But from like I did 5 days, it's a 3-hour show, so it's pretty, and there's not much music in it. It's mostly talk, so it was a steep learning curve. You know, really, from Monday to Friday, I think there was an extreme difference in how more confident I got as it went along, and I really enjoyed it. And I'd love to do it again. So. Hopefully somebody was listening. So radio is an option for the future. Is there anything else that you haven't tackled yet that you think, yeah, I'd like to get around to that someday? Yeah, there is. One thing I would like to do is some straight acting, but I suppose I should really do some auditions. I haven't been doing any.
That'd be a good way to start.
Yeah.
But for the immediate future, you'll continue on with the shows. I know you're set for Electric Picnic this year. Have you played that before?
Yeah, I've played the Electric Picnic last 4. Yeah, this will be my 4th year in a row. But this year I'll be doing not just stand-up, I'll be doing the stand-up tent, but I'll also be doing Batty Ryan in the speakers tent. So that's a new thing for me. Basically, I think what I'll be doing now for the next while is working on that Batty Ryan, working more on characters. I have stand-up okay, but I would like to do characters and work on a radio sketch show.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for that.
Do you want me to talk about Limerick?
I'm getting to that. It was my last one. Give me a second.
Sorry.
Well, we're obviously here with ilovelimerick.com. You're not originally from the area, but you would have spent a lot of time here in the last number of years. What is it that you love about Limerick?
Well, in particular, I suppose in Limerick, I love Dolan's warehouse because I've been down there doing gigs, of course, plenty of times, but I've seen some great gigs there. And while I was shooting Killinaskully, one of the crew brought me out there to see Jinx Lennon. I'd never seen him before, and he's an eye-opener. It was brilliant. So it's a really good venue because you've got the big area downstairs, but we were upstairs in the little venue, and it's fantastic. Apart from that, of course, you can always bump into a really famous rugby player.
That's always good.
Yeah. So I remember meeting Jerry Flannery in a chipper in Limerick. So I mean, to be honest, this was a week after they won the Heineken Cup for the second time, and it was playing on a loop in the chippers, the Heineken Cup final, and these two massive blokes walked in wearing, that could possibly have been wearing Munster jerseys, and they came over to me and said, could they get a photograph with me? And I said, yeah, but I didn't know who they were. How stupid am I? And it wasn't until they kind of walked away that someone came up and said, do you know who they are? And I went, oh, okay. So then I went back to them and said, can I have a photograph with
you? Mutual Appreciation Society.
Yeah, I know, yeah. So, and then after that, I ended up doing a kind of a short sketch thing with Jerry Flannery, because he's into the acting and comedy, which we did this thing called Limerick Uncovered, and that went out on YouTube. So
yeah, it's great, actually. Really funny short.
Yeah.
Especially Jerry's appearance in it. Very lifelike, very authentic.
Yeah. Yeah. But anyway, apart from that, I mean, I love the area as well around Limerick University. It was a great walk around there. I was bringing my dog down there when we were shooting Killinaskully and staying up in Kosicki. So I used to go for walks down along there by the Shannon. Beautiful, romantic walks with my dog.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Sure, what more could you want?
Yeah, I know. And then there's a brilliant vegetarian restaurant in Limerick University. Do you know it?
Kieran's.
Yeah, Kieran's. Best food I've ever had in my life.
Very good. Well, he'll be very pleased with that mention. So lots to love about Limerick, basically.
Yeah, I love it. I really do love it now. It's in my top 5 Irish cities.
And we love you too, Joe. Thanks so much for talking to us. That is Joe Rooney here talking to Michelle McMahon on ilovelimerick.com. And remember, of course, keep an eye out on battyryan.com for all the information on upcoming gigs. Joe, thank you so much for joining us.
It was a pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you. Well, yeah, it was great to work with Frank Kelly and I can't remember the other guy. It's great to work with him though. But fellow who played Father Ted. Dermot Morgan. That guy, yeah, the guy died.
That guy died.
Yeah, he was brilliant. I'll never forget him. But it was great to work with him.